All right. Shalom, shalom. I'm gonna give our praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elders and apostles of GMS, all the brothers doing the work, the 144,000 hopeful elect. And tonight, I'm gonna continue with my campaign of Just Stay Home 2024. And this is gonna be a video on Biden. You know, he's gonna do his shucking and jiving, going to black churches, trying to get the idiots, so-called black people, to go out and vote for him. But before I start the video, let's go right here, and we're gonna show you the mentality of Esau Edom, right? So we know Biden is an Edomite. So let's start at 5. This is Psalm 73 and 5. All right. They are not in trouble as other men, nor are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride serves as their necklace. Violence covers them like a garment. Their eyes bulge with abundance. They have more than heart could wish. They scoff and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongues walk through the earth. Therefore his people return here in water, and waters of a full cup are drained by them, right? So this is basically showing you the mentality of Esau Edom. Now let's start the video.
Massacre in 2015 that killed 9 parishioners. His speech was meant to focus on extremism, and it drew heavily on the same themes and talking points from his Friday speech on threats to democracy, including attacking his likely opponent, the former President Donald Trump, and his hard-right followers.
They don't have respect for the 81 million people who voted the other way. Voted for my candidacy. In their world, these Americans, including you, don't count. But that's not the real world. That's not democracy. That's not America. In America, we all count. And losers are taught to concede when they lose. And he's a loser.
Senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez is with...
Actually, both of you are losers. Both of you need to go retire. You basically need to go to a nursing home because you can barely talk. And I don't know why you are still trying to be president, because you don't. It's obvious that you don't need to be president, right? Everything's up. You sending all the money to Israel and Ukraine, right? Everything's expensive here in America, but you still want to go out and be president for another 4 years. That's what Esau Edom don't never want to give up power. They basically Satan on earth. Let's continue with the video.
With the president in South Carolina, he joins me now. So Gabe, today's speech comes off his big appeal on threats to democracy last week. Why does the White House think that this is the best message to kick off 2024?
Well, hey there, Ryan. The Biden campaign feels that this is the issue heading into 2024, this existential threat to democracy, which President Biden has been talking about now for several months. You mentioned that speech on Friday. That was the first campaign stop of this year, but several months ago he was talking about threats to democracy over in Arizona at the McCain Institute. This is a message that the Biden campaign, at least, feels will resonate with voters because it is so important. Certainly other issues important too, but they feel that this is the main issue heading into 2024. There is a lot of questions, though, about whether, Ryan, black voters here in South Carolina, whether they think it is the main issue. And over the last day or so, we've been speaking with voters here in Charleston, and they have concerns about the Biden administration. They feel that there have been some broken promises. They wanted the president to do more on things like student debt relief and prescription drug coverage. Take a listen to...
Now, all right, he said student debt relief and prescription drug coverage. You know, these two issues are not mainly important to most black people, right? Most black people want the same thing that the Chinese got. With the Chinese anti-crime, anti-Asian hate crime bill that they got within 3 or 4 days of 2 or 3 Asians getting attacked. That's the main thing that so-called black people want. And also we want reparations. We deserve reparations, but obviously we're not gonna get it. The Yahweh Shah's gonna be our reparations when he return and destroy the society with the nuclear destruction and the destruction from the chariots that's coming when he returns with his angels. But that they always push the same issues and say this is the things that black people are worried about, which is not true at all. It's the same old mess. It's all about the prescription drugs and the what is he said, student loan debt or whatever. That's not really important to a lot of black people. That's just something that they made up.
What some of them told me.
I feel like my generation, my peers, we were promised that student loans would be erased, and that hasn't happened.
He never promised that, right? So what is she talking about? He never promised, and he never promised anything to so-called black people. He promised everything to every other race, right? You know how they do us Israelites. They don't promise us anything. They'll say, "Oh, we might think about doing something, or we'll do a study on it." Like with the reparations bill, they still doing studies on that. Something that they know they owe black people, but they want to do studies on it. But she's the typical Democrat Christian, uh, shine bone, Christian that don't know nothing about what's going on really in the world and what's going on with Esau, Edom, and the real Israelites, the so-called black people.
Happened. I think that police reform is also important to us, and also voting rights.
This idea.
So police reform, right? What does she mean by that? Is basically what we need. We need what the Asians got with the Asian hate crime bill. So police reform is really not gonna do anything for you unless you got a black hate crime bill like the Asians got. So it's the same old talking points that the dumb Christian church going Christian talk about, the same old mess over and over and over again every election. Stupid crap.
That the Democratic Party has kind of pandered to black people and promising them all these things, and they get in office and it kind of feels like they're forgotten. I think that's kind of like the sentiment that a lot of people have, and I think that's one of the reasons now where people, especially young people, care more about who the right person for the job is versus like what's the right party.
And neither party, he said that's what black people are worried about. What party is right for? Neither party is right for you. Trump party is not right for you, or Biden's party, the Democrats or the Republicans, both hate you. So this is the same old mess that the dumb Christian like to push about what master's gonna help us a little bit. The same old crap. Let's go vote for a devil, and hopefully the devil will do something for me. Same old mess over and over again every election. That's why I say the campaign will just stay home 2024. Don't even go and vote for either one of them. Right? It's not even worth it.
And of course, the White House did take action on student loans. It was the Supreme Court that ruled that the Biden administration had overstepped, and yet still the White House says that it has wiped out some student loans for some Americans. But that's the question, Ryan. Despite the Biden administration taking action on some of these issues, will voters give him credit for it, Ryan?
Yeah. And of course, we saw during the speech kind of the real world issues that Joe Biden is dealing with as president of the United States and the impact it could have on his candidacy, as there were protesters that attempted to interrupt his speech, calling for a ceasefire. Does this highlight the challenge for Biden?
And this right here, what happened with the so-called protesters and the ceasefire in the Gaza and Israel Hamas situation, that right there is gonna be a big part of the reason why he's, unless the elite say they're gonna give him 4 more years. But I feel like there's not gonna be another president. There's gonna be probably just him, and they won't even do an election again. That's just my feeling on it. I might be wrong. But like I said, that's a big issue that's gonna hurt his campaign of being president again. What he did with Israel and Hamas, how he supported Netanyahu, full stop, was hugging and kissing on him and giving him all types of money and passing all types of bills to help him out. That's gonna be a real issue of him not getting in the White House again. That a lot of people are gonna be against him. The average American gonna be against it for that. So he basically shot himself in the foot with that situation. So let's continue and finish out the video.
Biden this time around, as he tries to recreate that successful 2020 coalition, are the divisions in his party deeper than they were 4 years ago?
It certainly appears that.
And look at the dumb idiots in the crowd. You got the same old black queens in the crowd kissing up to the white man. They sitting in church like dumb idiots. You got the old grandmas, the old dumb grandmas serving white jeebas. You got see all the black women in there. Nothing but black women. Black women in the side piece. The white woman. Jake right there. Mostly there's black and white women standing hand to hand for destruction. Right, feminism destruction. Right, they basically destroyed the black community by kicking the black men out, and they always for their master Esau Edom. They sitting in church listening to this idiot tell a bunch of lies. Let's continue.
That way, and you're right. That incident did highlight those deep divisions within the party. There were several protesters, at least 2 of them shouting in the middle of his speech. At least 5 protesters were escorted out. Now, I should point out that he was in front of a very friendly crowd here at Mother Emanuel Church. They drowned out the protesters by saying 4 more years.
And the 4 more years, the people that's in there basically the same old church going demos a box of rocks, black Christians in there, couple of Jakes right there. But this is the same old idiots that'll go out and vote for the demon Esau Edom, President Biden again. Even though he did absolutely nothing for black people, they'll go out and vote for him again because they dumb as a box of rocks. They serve white jeebas. So they talking about 4 more years. Like I said, just stay home 2024. That's a campaign of this year.
And received standing ovations when he came into the church. But certainly, Ryan, in addition to the concerns about whether the Biden administration is doing enough,
They doing it now. They're doing it 4 more years. You see them chanting. That's the 4 more years that they doing. I see the holding up the 4 more years fingers and all that, 4 fingers. So that's what they doing now. And I believe some of these people was paid to be in there, to be like stand-ins to chant 4 more years and to support him, because most of the people in America don't even support Biden. You can see that in the comment section of any video that he's on. Everybody's criticizing him, so he don't have support like that. So let's continue.
You mentioned the Biden campaign going to have to try to win over some of these progressives who are unhappy with how his administration has been dealing with the Israel-Hamas war, Ryan.
Yeah, and it may not be that they vote for Donald Trump, but that they just stay home, which would be just as big a problem.
Yep, there you go.
Biden.
Campaign. That's the campaign of this year. Just stay home 2024. Don't go vote for either one of them demons. All right, that's the video, but I'm gonna finish out with a scripture. Let's go to Psalms 58. I'm gonna finish out with Psalms 58. 58 and 1. We'll start at 2. Psalms 58 and 2. No, in heart you work wickedness. You weigh out the violence of your hands in the earth. Let's read the NLT. Justice, do you rulers know the meaning of the word? Do you judge the people fairly? No. You plot injustice in your hearts. You spread violence throughout the land. That's Esau Edom. This is basically a scripture talking about Esau Edom, the way he operates, right? So let's continue. Let's start at 2. No, you plot injustice in your hearts. You spread violence throughout the earth, throughout the land. Salakia. These wicked people are born sinners. Even from birth, they have lied and gone their own way. Esau Edom. They spit venom like deadly snakes. They are like cobras that refuse to listen, ignoring the tunes of the snakes. Charmers, no matter how skillful they play. All right. Let's go down to 7. Now let's go to 6. Break off their fangs, O God. Smash the jaws of these lions, O Lord. May they disappear like water into thirsty ground. Make their weapons useless in their hands. Right? And that's what we praying. That's what we praying for, right? The destruction of Esau Edom. May they be like snails that dissolve into slime, like a stillborn child who will never see the sun. God will sweep them away, both young and old, faster than a pot heats over burning thorns. Alright, 10. The godly will rejoice when they see injustice avenged. They will wash their feet in the blood of the wicked. Then at last everyone will say, there truly is a reward for those who live for God. Surely there is a God who judges justly here on earth, right? And that's what we praying for. We praying for the destruction of Esau Edom, right? In this wicked society of voting for two demons. And like I said, the campaign for this year is just stay home 2024. Don't go vote for any one of them demons, right? So with that, I want to say all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles, GMS, all the brothers doing the work. 144,000 hope for elect. To the next video tomorrow. Shalom, shalom.